So like I said, we just use a different version of it. Ours is on a little longer hose, so it's red, so my guys don't lose it around here. Okay, so you get in the boat. Obviously, the batteries are on. When you turn, you have an E-Series boat, so there's only one key switch. It's not like the other ones where you got individual keys. So you just turn this guy 2 on. Stuff's gonna come on. There's the blowers. They're going.
And where's that thing that you said the blowers show
Watch when the screen powers up here. The engines do their little thing. You should always hear this. You should always hear alarms and stuff like that, just telling you that the ECMs are awake. They've checked the warning label. Right here in the front, you see the little countdown.
Yeah.
If you want to shut them off manually, you can literally push the little button right here.
Yeah.
If an alarm goes off, you hit the little horn button and you can shut the alarm off. But like we can shut the blowers off.
Because again, that's taking any gas that has
it's just circulating the air in that compartment. Because obviously, you were out, you boated, you shut it off, you covered it up, you went away. It might not be your boat. The guy next door could have a rat, and he's got fuel vapors everywhere, but there's natural ventilation, so in case, air gets everywhere. So it always comes on. It always, as soon as you turn the key on, that always comes on, and it goes on for 4 minutes, and then off it goes. When the key is just on, you'll get what we call float mode here. So you'll see the battery voltage. You'll have music volume. The depth, it doesn't work on land. It needs water, so it really doesn't understand. It just shows a number. It will give you water temperature. Obviously, it's reading air temperature right now. It's just a whopping 62 degrees. Just be careful. Like, you might jump in the water, and it might be a little cold. What that temperature says, it's reading the transducers on the bottom of the hull. So it's reading the temperature literally 18 inches into the water. There's a big difference. 5 feet down, it might be a little cold down there. So this time of year, when that thing says it's like 65, I'm like minus 10 degrees. Like I bet you that water is like 55. You'll get your longitude, latitude, the clock. You can go in and set the clock, but I think every time you shut the batteries off and turn back on, the clock's never right. We all have phones and stuff like that, but some people, that drives them nuts that it says not the right time. So you can go in and set it. You have a couple different screens here. You'll see all these little buttons. We have everything happens in the touch screen. You have other touch buttons. So like if you want the horn, push the horn. If you want the bilge pump to come on, in the floats, you can hit the bilge, and the little thing will go green. That means that it's on, and then when you turn it on, you can shut it off. The blowers, when the blowers are on, that little button will be, instead of blue, it'll be green. Right now there's some lights on, so I know somebody's got something on. Anchor. Okay. Internal lights, docking lights in the shower. Just little buttons to tell you that stuff is on when you don't know that it's on. You can use the mouse to go across the screen, push down, and you can get to different things. Some people find that when they're bouncing around, they can't touch the screen in the right spot. Their hands going like this, so you can kind of use this. But there's quick buttons. If you want to know any of your trip info, you hit the trip button. It brings up or what your gallons per hour that you're burning right now, how many gallons you're going. You'll have like fuel flow data. You'll have some other things in the screen when the motor's actually running. Systems, you can get over to the system. So like if you want to turn the blowers on, they're in blue, they're in auto. They're always in auto, but if you wanted to physically turn them on, you could hit the blower button, and on they come. If you do it that way, they will not shut off. There's no countdown. There's only a countdown when you first turn them on. The shower, if you want to use the shower off the back, you hit the shower button. You hear the pump, it kicks on, it builds pressure. You push the button on the shower, the water comes out.
It pulls salt water?
No, it's actually fresh water. So there's a tank buried underneath the seat back there. Okay. You fill it when we go over the clean out plugs. There's a fitting underneath that hatch. That's where you fill it from, and there's a little vent on the side, so you fill it till the water pees out the side, and you know that you're full. It is cold water. However, like I said, it's buried in the side of that boat. So on a nice hot day when the sun is beating on that side of the boat, it will warm the water up, and it will actually feel a little warmer. But it's a little fitting right there. So you just flip the door up, pull the hose out, push the button on the back. It's not like uber water pressure, but it's enough to rinse your feet off. If you want it to stay, you just push this little black button up, and it will stay. And every time you use it, you can hear the pump kicking on. It's building pressure. Again, there you go. So I said, it's enough to wash the sand off your